Who was the name of the clone that we saw in the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, the 501st clone who was, well, begging for money, and we all kind of had our heartstrings pulled for him? As reported by The Direct, despite not naming him at the time the series aired, the Rise of the Stormtroopers section in Star Wars Dawn of the Republic visual guide has now named the clone as Nax, a downtrodden veteran from the Battle of Teth, Christophsis, and Umbara. Crazy that he was from Umbara. If you guys remember that arc with Pong Krell, that was pretty wild, and I guess this was one of the clones that was on Umbara and at the Battle of Christophsis, which we saw in Season 7. The character is fully described as downtrodden on the streets of Daiyu is the clone trooper Nax, a veteran of many battlefields, including Teth, Christophsis, and Umbara. He was removed from the front lines after extensive injuries, rapidly declining from age acceleration and neglect. Nax asks passersby for credits. This is one of my main questions with the clones, is that was there a way to decelerate their accelerated aging? And so my question mainly is going towards Rex and some of the other guys that we love. You know, Wolf, Gregor, you know, like what happened to Cody? Where is Cody right now? We didn't see anything happen to him, but, you know, we kind of did maybe get a bit of an illusion, a nod that maybe something did happen to him. However, I think that there probably is a way to decelerate their genes from accelerating so quickly, and the reason they were accelerating so quickly, of course, is because, or Sifo-Dyas rather, Dooku, didn't want to wait, 20 years to have their clones be fully operational. They wanted to wait, 5 to 10, and so they waited 10. By the time 10 passed, their clones were 20 years old, and they had the full training that they needed, but they were really only 10 in, actual years, but biologically, they were accelerated to the age of 20. So yeah, that's his name. His name is Nax. And then of course, checking on Wikipedia, the Essential Reader's Companion dates both Star Wars Episode 2 novelization, which depicts the debut of the Grand Army of the Republic and the Clone Wars, and Star Wars The Clone Wars novelization, in which Nax appears to 22 BBY, 22 years before the Battle of Yavin, 22 years before Episode 4. Since the latter work depicts Nax as a clone trooper in the Grand Army of the Republic during the Battle of Teth, he must have also appeared in that year. The Battle of Teth, also known as the Battle on Teth, took place on the Hutt-controlled planet of Teth between the Galactic Republic and the Confederacy of Independent Systems, CIS, Dooku owned. The battle, one of the earliest of the Clone Wars, was waged as the Grand Army of the Republic attempted to save Rata, the infant son of Crime Lord Jabba the Hutt. You guys remember that episode from the Clone Wars? From the Confederacy, the Separatists planned to kill the Huttlet and pin the blame on the Jedi Order, thus bringing Jabba and the Hutt clan onto the side of the Confederacy. Jedi General Anakin Skywalker and his Padawan Ahsoka Tano were able to rescue the Huttlet from Teth and managed to bring him to Tatooine, the planet upon which Jabba based his operations. So yeah, it's kind of sad that Nax didn't at all recognize Obi-Wan Kenobi, but he was probably so old, so battered, so war-beaten, and just not in his right frame of mind to even care. And of course, Obi-Wan, when his, he didn't really do a great job of disguising himself. I feel like he should have shaved his beard if he were going to really blend in like that, because he kind of had a beard the whole time during the prequel trilogy, except for when he was Qui-Gon's apprentice. So I feel like if you really wanted to blend in, shave the beard, maybe shave your eyebrows too. I don't know, shave your head. But he pretty much kept it all the same. So, maybe it makes it kind of more hard to believe that Nax wouldn't have recognized him in that moment, but that's the answer. It was Nax, the clone trooper, who has been in a lot of wars. It's a very sad scene to see, especially after the Clone Wars show came out. We were able to connect with so many of the clones, and I feel like we're probably going to get a lot more of those heart pull-stringing moments in the Ahsoka show, and maybe even beyond. So, we'll see. But that's the information for today. Let me know what you thought about that scene, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Until then, remember, the Force will be with you always.